Here's your part 2 of Baby Ghost Run in Pokemon Radical Red. Between the 4th gym and the 5th gym contains like the most side mission and just some major battles in the between, so it's kind of long. So we have our first battle right here against Giovanni. I have my Pumpkaboo right here, setting up a light screen and proceed to 1v1 this Nidoking with just light screen, pain split, and leech seed. And at the end of that turn, eventually my light screen ran out, and so that ends perfectly. He then sent out Honchkrow to kill me with Night Slash. There's nothing I can do. I can just let my Pumpkaboo die and then go to Yamask, who can actually tank a crit Drill Peck because I'm holding Cobra Berry. He's not going for a dark move because of the berry, unless it still kills. So that's what he went for right here. But I made his ability became Mummy, so he's no longer super locked. So I can dodge a few crits. Of course, the crit chance is still 50%, but I also dodge a Heat Whip there, and also a crit Night Slash. And then the Sucker Punch mind game, we're gonna win, obviously, because you can figure that out, why we always win the Sucker Punch mind game. So therefore we got 2 Stockpile and 2 Charge Beam. Next up we sent out Rotom, who went down to 1 Shadow Ball, and then Infernape. I don't know why he didn't send out Infernape first, because Shadow Ball never KO'd, unless I train my EVs better, of course. Yeah, should have done that. So he knocked me out with Pyro Ball, but at this point the Sandy Gas can just win by setting up Iron Defense and then rest. As long as I don't get crit, then there's no way he can defeat me. And that's what happened. This Infernape also has only like close combat, Sewer Stance, and Pyro Ball. So Pyro Ball has only 5 PP, right? And he didn't Sewer Stance first. I mean, wait till you run out of Pyro Ball and then you Sewer Stance. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, that benefit us, and then I keep my Sandy Gas at full HP to deal with the Mega Kangaskhan in the back. Although Kangaskhan, we have like +6 Iron Defense, right? But it's still dangerous because it has Crunch, it can crit, and it always hits twice, and Crunch has 20% chance to lower our defense. So therefore, I needed the burn with Scorching Sand to make this situation less dangerous, but I didn't get any early anyway. So this is getting a bit serious right now after the rest. But he only got 2 times, dropping my special my defense, actually 3 times, but the last time didn't matter because I burned him with the Scorching Sand on the last turn, and that was crucial, allowing me to win. Of course, if it didn't happen, I'm just gonna try again. I have a pattern. Yeah, so Giovanni won, defeated. Was pretty hard actually. Then I defeated Whitney to get the important item for these runs, which is Eviolite. There's only one of them, but it's okay. And then I went to the left end of the tower. Also, has it always been shiny? Like this one right here, the Marowak? Of course, it's randomized and it's a Sunfish now, but it's shiny. I think it's cool. Cannot catch it though. And then next up, our rival battle in Silvco. I always hate this battle. He led with Staraptor, we led with Yamask. We are gonna disable his Brave Bird. Therefore, he has only U-turn to hit us, and then he will have to U-turn out. And at that point, I'm gonna use Nightshade to weaken the Azumarill. And of course, our fate is sealed here. Of course, the partial berry didn't matter because Yamask die is ground type. So next up I go into Sandy Gas, who has a water compaction ability, which have the damage from water type attack. So I can set up Iron Defense there and proceed to heal back up to full. I don't know why he sent out Staraptor first to U-turn into Charizard, and I know it's Pardon, so I Shadow Ball on the Charizard switching. And unfortunately, right here, Charizard is gonna kill some Pokemon, so I send out Phantom on the Solar Beam to stall 1 turn of Sunny. And at this point, you have to get a double protect either from Phantom or Pumpkaboo. I would say that it's pretty high chance you could do that. You can try it like a few times, a couple times, maybe it works. And I got double protect on Phantom that specific time. And then I go into Pumpkaboo with Eviolite and max special defense and HP EVs. Therefore, when the sun is over, you can set up a light screen and then proceed to die. Of course, it's not that as bad as it sounds. We go into our Drifloon and then set up with Charge Beam. I'm holding the Orange Berry because it's the only berry that it can be activated that soon after taking like half health, and I need my Unburden ability to be activated. So we kill the Charizard right here, and the Jump Up, of course, it lived 2 Shadow Ball, so I have to Thunder Wave it. I was hoping that between Thunder Wave and Sleep Powder accuracy being like 75%, it won't be able to do much, and it turned out super good actually. It didn't let any move and just got paralyzed. I didn't really expect that, but that's good. And with Jump Up gone, now Sandy Gas is gonna have a field day. I also support it with Will Whips on Electivire. Will Whip using Will Whips on Electivire. And then I can set up Iron Defense against it with Sandy Gas and proceed to stall this Ice Punch out with Rest and Iron Defense and Rest and Iron Defense and Rest. So the rest is just this Electivire struggling to break through our Sandy Gas, which is a castle. I'm almost out of things to say, guys. And then he switched out to Staraptor, hopefully to like stall some PP. That was pretty smart actually, because if he kept going to Staraptor and then go back and then go into Staraptor, yeah, look at this, smart AI. It's just stall out my Scorching Sand, but yeah, this type of game, then we always have the advantage because yeah, go figure. It's like the Sucker Punch mind game. Yeah, so just so like you turn into Azumarill and then he's gonna go into Staraptor and you turn back into Azumarill till it dies, and then he will do it again with the Electivire. So this Staraptor is like U-turn, double edge, close combat, I believe. It's like quick attack as well, right? So there's no move to hit like Ghost type effectively, except for like Brave Bird, but I had +6 in defense by using Iron Defense 3 times. So therefore, he's gonna take recoil damage. We have nothing to hit this bird though. It's like Scorching Sand and Shadow Ball, both ineffective. So we have to like show up basically and wait for this bird to run out of PP, or basically kill itself by using Brave Bird. And that was exactly what happened. It's just gonna spam Brave Bird till it died, of course. My only concern is that I ran out of PP as well, but luckily we still had enough. Just gonna click Iron Defense here, and then Scorching Sand. This AI is still smart. It's still going to Staraptor and then Brave Bird. I would say that yeah, that was pretty close. Look at my shore up. It's only like 2 PP left, and luckily the last one is Electivire, burned Electivire, so we just need to Scorching Sand. Even if I got frozen, Scorching Sand actually thaw you, so yeah, look at it. Yeah, beautiful. So this rival battle was tough, always has been. Then next up was, I hate this one as well, against Archer. I always hate Archer. Yeah, Archer, that guy is stupid. So we have Brandon helping us out right here. I'm gonna use my Drifloon to spread the paralysis on all his Pokemon. So we start off with a Thunder Wave on the Grimmsnarl, and then is that Ariana's Pokemon or just Archer? I honestly don't know. I use Thunder Wave on the Houndoom. This is the Grimmsnarl switch out into the Houndoom, so that's inevitable. So allowing my Gardevoir to outspeed the Houndoom, and got a nice hit up with Dazzling Gleam. And next up, I decided to also Thunder Wave the Incineroar as he switched out by using Parting Shot to Mawa. And then our Gardevoir got a crit on a Houndoom, which is pretty nice. and the Mawa also in the meantime got paralyzed. So Thunderwave pretty good here, but it's time to switch to Will Whips because the H slash coming out, and we Will Whips that thing. And of course, Iron Head is still killing Gardevoir, like no way, it's still so strong. And Mawa is paralyzed, it's not burned, so it can still can kill my Drifloon. This up we stand out Yamas and this Exploud. I don't know why they made the AI of Brandon like more stupid. I'm sorry if I say that's something wrong, but yeah, you see, he actually sometimes uses the move that doesn't make sense. You like Focus Blast on Primarina sometimes, and Flamethrower on Primarina as well. I don't know what's up with that, but apparently we need him to carry our match here because we all babies and these are all OP mons. I mean, Aegislash, Grimmsnarl, Incineroar, aren't they all like super good in DGC or something? Yeah, so I need him to carry here, and the one time he's not stupid, he's done well. I love how they made the Sceptile having Mega Drain now instead of Giga Drain, so that it never one-shot the Primarina. That was like nerfed. That was just nerfed, totally nerfed. And yeah, at this point we have the Sandygast left and the Sceptile. I need the Sceptile to KO the Incineroar, or it get paralyzed, I guess. So I need that, and he's not stupid this time. He actually Focus Blast the Incineroar. Last time he just like Mega Drain the Incineroar and Mega Drain the H-Slash. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. And now he keeps Mega Drain because it's still the best move, but beside it, there's also an Incineroar and the Primarina last time, so I don't know why he did that. So anyway, Brandon carried us through this match as always. The last one was Grimmsnarl. Wouldn't be a problem. It has Spirit Break, but on the situation 1v2, there is a slight chance it's gonna win, but the odds is in our favor with this Scorching Sand and just spam to attack it. Mega Drain, a crit, just a cherry on top. We defeated this duo right here. And next up is our battle against Giovanni Ii. This one was designed to be harder. Also, Brandon gave me the Tempo, which I don't need, of course. It's not a ghost type. Yeah, so this one is designed to be harder than the first one. But I feel like his lead he pound on is kind of weird. So we let up with Phantom to Home Leashes once and twice, of course. It's not killing, but even though I have max attack and it's a super effective move, but his pound on is pretty thick. So he roar me out into the Drifloon, and right here, I'm just gonna kill it with Shadow Ball, cause why not? Why not? I'm not setting up on this, so it can roar on me. Yeah, so his pound on went down, and next up was Excadrill, who we can actually Will Whips. Most of the time, it's actually Sword Stance on my Drifloon, but I don't know why that time we went for Rock Slide and it actually missed, so that's better for us. Usually it's just like Sword Stand and then Rock Slide later, but then we can go into Sandygast and Iron Defense. As long as we landed our Will Whips, it should be fine here. The Excadrill went for some Earthquake right there, but with the help of Iron Defense and the burn from the Will Whips, we was able to tank this hit comfortably. And then now we actually have Shore Up instead of Rest. The Rest is just like budget version, and now we have Shore Up. Shore Up is best healing move in the game. But in this game it's actually weird because in the rain it heals like 25%. I don't think that's supposed to happen because Shore Up already heals 50% plus. Even Sandstorm it heals 75%. So here we knocked out the Excadrill with a couple of Earth Flower and Scorching Sand and the burn. Not a couple, just once. Mostly the burns. Then next up we are now to Kangaskhan. We all know what happens here. We need to get the burn as soon as possible, so it's not too risky to go into more. The more it stays here, the more crunch it gets, and the more chance it can crit up and lower the defense. So therefore I went for the burn, and 2 Scorching Sand was enough this time. Also we have Shore Up, so it's still better than the last time. let's just switch out into Garchomp. And right here, the Garchomp can just Swords Dance. I don't care, I just need to burn it. It just Swords Dance once, and it didn't do enough with Earthquake. And with 3 Scorching Sand, we was able to burn it. And now, we can proceed to heal or kill it with Shadow Ball. Or do both, I guess. In this case, I showed up. On the turn, it dies to burn damage. So we are still pretty much healthy for whatever comes next. And the Kangaskhan, the one that he saved, is burned. So there's nothing much here. I mean, even a crit, I don't think it kills because it's already burned. But I would much rather it's not critting me here because I can still lose to this thing. It just keep critting, then of course it's gonna win. Right here, we're just gonna kill it with Scorching Sand plus the burn damage. So his last Pokemon is Poltergeist, and this one is like just one shot me with Shadow Ball. It doesn't even think. It's just one shot with Shadow Ball. And right here is kind of tricky. We go into Yamask here. I wanna say that is actually a sack because I didn't know what to do back then. I mean, I have a bunch of growth side. What am I supposed to do? And then we go into Drifloon. Decided to Thunder Wave it. Get some luck there. It's paralyzed on the first turn. Nice with our help with Unburden, and then the Orange Berry we chew. So upon switching into Stealth Rock, we was able to outspeed it after a Shadow Ball, 2 Shadow Ball, 3 Shadow Ball, and we defeated it. And Giovanni 2 was done. And now I'm gonna get some Psychic Seed from this Execute because I need it for Sabrina. And rematching with Surge, Lieutenant Surge, the 3rd gym leader. Yeah, I don't know why someone would forget that. And so this one was too simple, and it's not the major battle, it's not the main story. I just want to defeat him again for the Light Clay, because he actually gave Light Clay this time. So on the rematch, we beat him. And now into Sabrina. So normally I can just bring one Pokemon here and solo her, but with the new patch, you can no longer do that. So I guess all solo runs are dead. Anyway, we start off with Pumpkaboo and Drifloon. Proceed to Thunder Wave on the Indeedee and pray for luck, and Light Screen on Pumpkaboo to reduce the damage from Expanding Force. I'm gonna say that this Indeedee and Hatterene are so strong. They're just like ripping through teams. I needed to think of a way to spread them, and the Thunder Wave is the only way. If you get enough paralyzed, you're gonna get through this duel. But there's still a ton of things later, right? And this fight was actually the hardest so far. I don't think I've ever had like more trouble other than this one, because double battle is not my strength. So I have to think like something weird happening right now. And it's okay. So anyway, we planned a Leech Seed on Indeedee on the turn it's paralyzed, and that paralyzed turn was pretty crucial. And next up we send out Phantom. We can protect on the Expanding Force, and our Phantom tank one hit, and the Indeedee keep being paralyzed, and that's good. We all want to see it. And now we proceed to knock out the Hatterene with Shadow Claw, as the Pumpkaboo keep protecting. I mean, double protect. What did you expect? Like a lot of paralyzed, a lot of double protect, and that's just the way it is. Next up was Conqueror, who's gonna use the Rock Slide, and we have 2 Leech Seed on the Indeedee and Conqueror. So our Pumpkaboo is pretty healthy right now, if you ask me. With just 1 protect, Phantom went down, but Pumpkaboo get tons of HP back, and it just stayed from the start to pretty much finish, I think. Yeah, it stayed from the start right now. And next up we send out Yamask. Right here, we gonna plant the Leech Seed on the upcoming switch to Crawdon. How did I know that? Because I've tried many times, and I know this is Pardon, that's all. She's gonna switch to Crawdon that turn, so we plant a Leech Seed on it. And then the Yamask, send out the Yamask to Nightshade the Conqueror. And right here, I know that his Crawdon is gonna go for the Pumpkaboo, so I'm just gonna protect on the Pumpkaboo and Nightshade on the Crawdon, which put it in range of Giga Drain from Pumpkaboo later. Since she's running Trick Room, this Crawdon is slower than my Pumpkaboo, so it's just Giga Drain and knocked it out. And then the Conqueror was knocked out by one Nightshade. Actually 2 now, 3 now, with the help of Leech Seed. So we entering the last phase with Indeedee, Porygon, and Mega Gardevoir. Right here, it's pretty tough. I proceeded to protect on Pumpkaboo and also protect on Yamask and Light Screen on Pumpkaboo. So my Pumpkaboo almost went down there. Pretty basic stuff. Then we can disable the Porygon Ice Beam. Yeah, I believe its only attack move is Ice Beam, I think? Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. So without Ice Beam, Yamask actually was the Porygon. Yeah, so that was pretty funny. And with the help of Paralyze again, our Pumpkaboo is still alive. I mean, how? Then use the Destiny Bond on the Yamask, and then the Gardevoir proceed to use Expanding Force. We protect with our Pumpkaboo. It knocked out our Yamask, but since it's Destiny Bond, it actually took down the Gardevoir with it. So with that led to a situation 2v1, and of course it's gonna win this again easily because it's a 2v1. But of course it still takes quite a while. This Ice Beam is still disabled. We have Leech Seed, we have Scorching Sand, Burn damage, Leech Seed damage. There's no way this Porygon is gonna 1v2 us, and that's exactly what happened. We're just gonna spam Scorching Sand, Protect, Giga Drain, I mean all that stuff. So this fight was, yeah, the hardest, as I said earlier. And that was a pretty long sequences between the 4th gym and the 5th gym. That's all I'm gonna say. And we also got the Trick Room TM here. Important. There's always a lot of stuff happened between the 4th and 5th gym, but between the 5th and the 6th gym, not much happening. And since I got a little bit of money, I'm gonna spend them to max out the IVs on our Drifloon, because I need it for this hidden power changer. So basically you need like max in all IVs so that he can change your hidden power. I changed it to hidden power ground, which is gonna be an important part of this fight against Koga. He let up Quillfish, we let up with Sandy Gas, and he's gonna taunt. Of course, it's the first turn. It used to be a Swallow, but I guess people set up on it too much, so that now it has taunt Quillfish with Toxic Spike and stuff. So with the Scorching Sand burn on first turn, it actually threatened to kill the Quillfish, so that it got scared and it went for Waterfall instead of Toxic Spike, because it's in range of a KO from Scorching Sand, and now it's also in range of Giga Drain, if I'm the correct nature, but I think I'm like careful with that time. I didn't change, should have changed it. So anyway, we still be able to knock out the Quillfish, only losing 7 HP. Next up, he sent out the Drapion, who's gonna take souls. Yeah, with the Sniper and Wicked Blow, someone's gonna die here, and I decided that would be our Sandy Gas. Yeah, thank you for the Scorching Sand burn, man. Then we send out our Yamask, now having Trick Room. We tank the Wicked Blow like a champ. Do you know how we tank that? Of course, we have Focus Sash. Yes, it's Focus Sash. Easy tank. And then we can be able to use Trick Room there. And I then disable the Wicked Blow, because I know he's gonna switch to Greninja, and I want to kill the Greninja, not the Drapion right now. So it switched to Greninja, I Destiny Bonded, and it used Water Shuriken, which is actually, I think it was Water Star from the last patch. Now it's Water Shuriken, and that makes more sense. So it kills me, and then I go into Phantom. Of course it's gonna go Drapion again, and now I can kill the Drapion with another Destiny Bond from my Phantom. The Trick Room is still up, of course, so that's why we was able to not outspeed, but like get a jump on him there and knocks out the Drapion. So actually two of the most dangerous, like Drapion and Greninja, are gone. Now I went into my Pumpkaboo, and Pumpkaboo actually working overtime these days with all this support stuff. We protect on the Hex, and then we Leech Seed. actually tank 1 hex because I'm holding Eviolite. It's still not enough though. You still need to get enough protect. I'm not sure if it's like 1 time or 2 times. Either one of them. I think only 1 time this time. Yeah, just once, and we was able to survive at 5 HP and then use a trick room there. Yeah, after using trick room, it was pretty much done. Our job is done. We're just gonna die here with the hex, and now we send out our drift room, our last and only hope. And we use Shadow Ball right here. He got scared and switched out into Toxicity. And this is what's the HP ground for. Hidden Power on ground, 1 hit KO. Well, granted, it got hit by Shadow Ball. And I'm actually max attack and modest nature, so without Hidden Power on ground, there's no way it KO there. Then he sent out a Dragon Pulp, which we can combine on. I lived 1 hex, and with the help of Weakness Policy, we was able to get our special attack even higher. And now the trick room is over, and my Unburden is actually activated, so that I'm faster than everything. I can just Shadow Ball, one-shot the Axelgor, and finally finish off the Dragon Ball. So the Hidden Power ground definitely was the key there to defeat Koga, and that is our 6th batch in the back. Now we do need Serb and Savory, so we're gonna face Brandon in front of the door. And he opened with a Metagross. This one always Stealth Rock first if you have more than 1 Pokemon. Which I did, of course. I had 5 Pokemon, so Stealth Rock, I Iron Defense on it. And it realized that it won't allow me to set up all the way through. So it just exploded and suicide. Of course, I'm a Ghost type, so I didn't get affected. Then it went to Exploud and went for Surf, which I actually tanked that because with Eviolite and Water Compaction, got buffed this ROM hack, and it also reduced half of the damage from the water move. So any water move, that's why I can tank that easily, and just gonna kill it with the combination of Scorching Sand, Burn, and Shore Up. Also holding a Cassip Berry, because this Exploud has Shadow Ball. If you don't hold the Cassip Berry, the one that reduced the ghost move damage on the first turn, then it would just keep spamming Shadow Ball plus the special defense drop and potentially, and so that's why I hold the Cassip Berry, so it will go for Surf, and that was pretty helpful. Even though we didn't consume the berry, it helped in Ascent. So I intentionally leave my Sandy Gas at 26 HP so that this Sceptile is gonna see the kill and kill me with Bullet Seed instead of setting up Sword Stance, because that would be disaster, dangerous. And now we are gonna have to go into Yamas and hope that it only hit 2 hits with Bullet Seed. And of course with the power of resetting, reset all the way, by the way, not save state doesn't work. I was able to get a run with only like 2 Bullet Seed and set up a Trick Room, and then I used the Destiny Bond on the Sceptile, but it actually used Sword Stance that turn, but I just need to click Trick Room the other turn, therefore I'll go second, and it will still kill me first, and Destiny Bond will still be activated. And then he sent out Medicham, I sent out my Phantom, which can always kill it with 1 hit from Shadow Claw. So he's gonna switch out to Crawdon. I anticipated that and click Power Punch, and then Horn Leech to finish the Crawdon. My voice went funny right there. And then Medicham, it was simple. I just need to sack my Drifloon and then went back to Pumpkaboo and set up another Trick Room. And 2 Shadow Claw should be able to knock out both Medicham and God of War in 1 hit, since I'm max attack, Adam in nature. So yeah, that's this fight was quite a break from what we have seen so far. Nothing much though, to be honest, except for the Sceptile 2 hits, and you don't need much RNG in this. yeah, just that one. So that was pretty nice. As you can see right here, one shot the Medicham with one Shadow Claw, and then the Carnivore as well. With that, we went into the Safari Zone and got ourselves Surf HM so that we can go to Cinnabar Island to challenge the gym there. But before that, we had to face May. And this one was so easy that I had to speed up this part like 4 times instead of the usual 2 times, twice, because I just need to go into Sandy Gas and click Iron Defense. Since I'm specially defensive plus Eviolite, I was able to tank 2 Draco Meteors from the Flygon. And look at his mon, it's all physical except for this exception right here. But we are specially defensive with Eviolite and Shore Up, so that was easy. This Breloom could be a problem if it had like a grass move and Sword Stance, but he actually had Spore, Rock Slide, and Focus Punch, I think. So it cannot touch us. So therefore, even though it was able to put our Sandy Gas into sleep with Spore, and it cannot do much with just Rock Slide, and he eventually switch out into Relicanth. And right here, just gonna Scorching Sand and just recover, Scorching Sand, recover, Shore Up, Scorching Sand, and knocks out the Relicanth. And you will see that this situation is quite similar to the one with the rival in Silvco. Is that it's keep going to Breloom and then it realized it can't do much and just switch out into another Pokemon, and it's just that. It's like it's the Raptor, you turning out to another mon, but you can't deal with it anyway, and eventually this Breloom is gonna run out of PP and you have to switch out. And at this point she actually got a crit, I think, on the Sandy Gas after switching out the Breloom, of course, and it just prolonged the battle a little bit. Basically, Sandy Gas could have just soloed May with just Iron Defense. Surely there's no boosting move right here. You just do what you're supposed to do. But yeah, she did crit me with a Manectric Overheat, but that was okay because we had enough to win with the Breloom moveset and this Manectric dropping its special attack using Overheat. Was able to go to Drifloon and Carmine, and then proceed to win with some Shadow Balls. So this one was so easy. Why is May always easy in every game except for a regional game? Maybe she was a little bit hard there. Anyway, we finished May with some Shadow Ball, and moving on to the mansion where we get the key to open the gym. Now, into Blaine. He led up with the Torkoal, which set up the sun. So I was thinking, well, yes, I just got Stealth Rock TM, and all his Pokemon is fire, so might as well use it. Luckily, we have someone who can use Stealth Rock, and that's Sandy Gas. We set up Stealth Rock, and then basically sack ourselves to this Torkoal, because this 2 HKO me with just 2 Lava Plume. Get some damage with Shadow Ball, wouldn't hurt. And it can never Rapid Spin on me, because I'm all Ghost type. Wonder what would happen if I use other types. Yeah, so we went into Yamask right here, not to do anything. I just gonna set up Rain Dance right here, and sack it. I need to set up Rain Dance to weaken the Lava Plume, so I can set up on the Torkoal with Drifloon. And that's exactly what I did. I sacked Yamask, and now went into Drifloon. With Drifloon being on the field and the Lava Plume didn't do too much in the rain, we can Carmine up, and actually holding a Chesto Berry, so that after resting, you have the Unburdened boost and your full health. So he realized that, and he stopped me from setting up by using Explosion, killing himself, and now going into Cinderace. And unfortunately, unfortunately for him, we always wins all the Sucker Punch mind game, of course, for an obvious reason. And right here, yeah, it's all planned, guys. It's all planned. We just gonna combine once more, twice, 2 times, 3 times maybe. Then a Shadow Ball on the right turn, of course. It's no problem. It's like 50-50 every turn, but for us it's 100%. And knocked out Cinderace. Next up is Typhlosion, actually holding heavy duty boots and use Eruption. With Carmine already set up though, this Eruption is not going to do enough, and I will Shadow Ball it to the point where its Eruption is going to be abysmal, and it lost its ability as well, which allows it to move first when at full health, I think. Yeah, it's like that. It's like Gale Wing, but for fire type. Then next up was the Venusaur, was able to one-shot it with Shadow Ball as well. And at this point, might as well KO the rest. What do you have? You have a Sunflora instead of a Volcarona in the 2.1 version. Now in 2.2, Sunflora is actually fire type, I think. And it's pretty weird, it lived the Shadow Ball right there. Sunflora got buffed big time in this update. So Sunflora went down, actually survived one Shadow Ball, still shocking about that. Lastly was Charizard, and we're just gonna Shadow Ball and kill it. With that, we got ourselves our 7th batch, and I think I'm gonna end the part 2 right here because it's kind of long already. Pending for part 3 finale. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.